Good morning, everybody. It's Laura, your grateful recovering addict. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, wow. I've been getting a lot of feedback on this page. All positive feedback. Thank you guys that are watching the videos. I've yet to go public with this. It's been wonderful. I want to one of the reasons why I'm doing this page is because I have a lot to talk about. And I'm so grateful that I want to help. If I can just help one person change their life, like I changed my life after 50 years, I'm doing the right thing. So, on that note, I want to thank God today for keeping me clean and sober. I'm going to talk about, sorry, I know I'm so fidgety. Like I said, I was a meth addict for a long time. I can remember doing meth. The first time I could remember doing meth, I had moved to California. I moved to California when I was 17. And I actually met one of my first boyfriends, like a live-in boyfriend. I met him at a light in San Clemente, California, and he had Texas license plate, and I had Texas license plates. And it's funny, I wasn't planning on telling the story, but this is a good one. He had Texas license plate. I had Texas license plates. My mom was with me in the car. I yelled at him, "Where are you from?" And he said, "I'm from Pasadena." I said, "Really? California?" He goes, "No, Texas." So we were from there. This is really funny. He screamed his name to me, and I had remembered that I met him at a party and had sex with him and never saw him again. So we ended up living together for 3.5 years, and he never knew that I was the girl that he had sex with in this guy's parents' bedroom. Of course, he had cocaine, so, I was all over it. Anyway, we lived together for 3.5 years. He never knew. Finally, I think after 3 years, I told him, "Hey, remember the girl you had sex with at that party? Well, that was me. Hi, honey." Seriously. He remembered, kinda, I think. Anyway, we ultimately broke up 6 months later, but it's so funny. Everybody knew, like all my friends knew that I had slept with him in Texas. Like he was leaving for I remember he showed up at the party. He was leaving for California like the next day, but he had a bunch of cocaine. Anyway, that's one of my nightmare stories. If he probably wouldn't have had cocaine, I probably wouldn't have been interested. But we did live together for 3.5 years, and he didn't have cocaine then. He had a real job. But I ultimately dragged him down to hell. He was one of the ones that we moved back to Texas. I went back and forth to Texas for probably 15 years, back and forth to California. Because I talked about in my video that moving home and trying to get away from cocaine. That was one time, but this other time I came home with him and we moved to Austin to stay away from Houston and the drugs, but we ended up going to the Houston every weekend for the drugs, so we ended up moving back to Houston, and we ultimately broke up. We were together for 3.5 years, so that was when I was 18. So I was quite addicted then too. But I wanted to talk about people, places, and things that get us in trouble. I'm coming up on, I think I have 690 days, something like that, of sobriety. And I had a little bit less than this amount of sobriety before I relapsed. But I was the one that asked for it. Should that a person giving it to me? No, but I mean, I'm a grown woman. I can't expect another addict to, keep me sober. Wow. You know, and in a fucked up way, when I asked for the drugs, I was wanting him to say no, and I had asked him several times before, and he said no. But this time he said yes. I don't know why he said yes. I don't know why, because I couldn't get it from him if he said no. He's not, what am I going to do? Like, start rummaging through his shit and look for the shit? No, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just been like, all right, you're right. And then I would have, remember stand back and take a look at yourself and then be like, is this what I really wanted? Well, I didn't do that. He said yes, and I did it. So I ultimately relapsed from one day, and then called my girlfriend, high as a kite, and said, do you think I should go back to rehab? And she said, yeah. So I said, well, I got off the phone. I told her, I said, okay, I'm going to call. And if they have a bed and they want me, then it'll be meant to be. I'm all about everything happens for a reason. Timing is everything. Rehab answered the phone, told him who I was, that I relapsed, and, they have to look up my name, make sure I can come back, make sure I'm not a problem, and all that. And they said, welcome back, welcome home, come on, girl, we've got you. Boy, that's a great feeling, It's a great feeling. God, I can't tell you how thankful I am to the girl that pointed me in the right direction for sobriety, because I would have never known about this place. And this place changed my life. It's God's house. I have so many people rooting for me there, and I'm doing the same for them. So if you've ever caught yourself up in people, places, and things, because I've been not hanging out, but going over there, for a couple of years, being able to not pick up. But ultimately, I let my guard down. I wanted a connection with that person. And did I get it? No. I was right back alone in the rehab. You think they care? No. They're in their own addiction. They don't care about anything but themselves until they get sober. And, I pray for that person on a daily basis. I love that person more than I could tell you. I could sit here and talk about that person for days and days and days. My fiance, I don't think he's watching any of his videos because he works his ass off every day. So when he does watch these videos, I'm sure it's gonna, hurt his feelings, but he already knows. He knows how I feel about that person. But, I ultimately could never see that person again because they're not sober, or I don't know if they're sober or not. I can't live my life for that person. Pray for that person every day. But, people, places, and things, excuse me. I am going to tell you this. You can't expect another addict to keep you accountable for yourself, because an addict is an addict. They're an addict, I was for many, many years. I'm still an addict. I just choose to be in recovery. I can't let my guard down, I couldn't do that. So if you're struggling with addiction, don't hesitate to reach out. But I just want to tell you this. If you're hanging out with people, places, and things that you know are not good for you, that you know could make you lose your birthday, make sure it's worth it, because in the end, an addict doesn't care about your recovery. All they care about is their addiction. That's why I brought my girlfriend back into addiction. I brought her back. I'm about to unblock her and send her the link to these videos. And I found out she screwed my ex-boyfriend, you know? But she's an addict, he's an addict, they're all fucking addicts. Sex doesn't mean a fucking thing to them, you know? They're not in love, you know? And boy, I am so thankful for the love that I have today. You know, I'm ultimately been in an 8-year relationship. I'm engaged. The first 2 years of our relationship, I did drugs in front of him. 2 years, saw me doing lines, hitting the pillow, buying me cigarettes. You know, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore either. I quit smoking cigarettes probably 2 years ago. I'm so happy about that. God, so is he, because he doesn't smoke. But I used to lay in bed and smoke, high, blow it in his face. It was awful. We laugh about it now, though. But anyway, he loves me unconditionally, and so proud of me for walking the walk and now talking the talk to you guys, to whoever wants to listen, to stay sober, because there is another way. So just remember, is it worth it to go around the people, places, and things? Is it worth it to change a birthday? Is it worth it to do something that you know you're not supposed to just to feel loved? No, it's not. What is worth it is you're worth it. You're worth staying away from people, places, and things, staying away from drugs, staying away from alcohol, staying away from people that make you feel like you have to do something for them to love you. Because in reality, the only person that's going to love you the way that you want to be loved is you. Amen. So I am going to get off of this video. I'm going to have a good day. It's pouring down rain here, and I've got some networking, some marketing to do. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. I'm going to pour my heart out and soul into these videos, but I want you to stay strong. I want you to know your worth and to do what God wants you to do, and that is to stay clean and sober from drugs and alcohol. I can't, the money I've saved, although I didn't spend tons of money on drugs, there's an app that I have that I pledge every morning, Clean and Sober app. And when I first started it in November 28th, 2018, of course I had to reset it because I relapsed. But I said that I spent $5 a day on it, which everybody laughed because, cigarettes, tequila, and meth. But I didn't do it every day, but it stays in your system, and if you get some good shit, you're going for days if it's good. So, and that shit, boy, that shit really loved me, didn't it? It made me feel invincible. It made me feel beautiful. It was horrible. Because I didn't know what I know now, that it takes all the serotonin out of your brain, and so I would be depressed. You'd be going for a couple of days, next thing you know, your laundry's piled up, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you know, your bills are coming in, and you're thinking, oh my God, I can't get up unless I get some more shit. So luckily, I don't have to live that life anymore. And I'm here to tell you guys there is a better way. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off this video and stay clean, stay sober. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat right. And hopefully somebody's going to call me about a job. I love you guys. Bye.